Hello and welcome to a new video in the Casual Online game series. My name is Ryan and today we're continuing our 7 down adventures. So last video we lost a very unfortunate game. I was actually trying to get my opponent's bio. Okay, not too strong of a 7 down. So hopefully we can come back and win this one. I feel really bad now. So actually, to be honest, I've actually never gotten straight up to 9 down from 7. So this will probably be a first. Well, I mean, it would have been a first, but now I already lost the game. So I have to win the next 13 to get to 8. So it's it's not an easy thing to do. I mean, especially nowadays with so many AIs, and actually 7 down is definitely not, you know, 7 down is really strong. It's definitely not a joke, and definitely not close to weak. So yeah, it's normal, but it just feels I just feel a little down just because, you know, I actually hope that maybe once I would be able to get straight up to 9. But anyway, the good news for you guys is we're going to have at least 10 more games than before. So we need 15 for 7 and 15 for 8. Whereas if we went all the way to 9, it would be only 20 games. So for those of you that like to see the games, me getting up, then it's good news for you guys. So in this game, it's actually pretty interesting now because Black approached first where I took this corner. So now, yeah, I kind of have to play relatively good moves to get my shape back. I can't let my shape be too bad. So I'm going to try to Hane first. And I think I can get the double Hane. He can't really do any cutting business here. So after I get the double Hane, then I can connect back. Or maybe I can actually pincer first even. Assuming that he extends. Oh, he cut. Interesting. Well, I thought that didn't work, but perhaps I'm wrong. So because connecting here is sender, even if he pushed and cuts through on this side, I can cut, and he's gonna have to protect there. But now he gets cut. How can he let me capture these 3 stones? I feel that Black probably is down to 20% right now after this corner. It's definitely a very bad result for Black. He even has to like Tiger's Mouth or something, and I can get the Atari. Because if he extends, I'm just gonna Atari in the inside and extend out. It's gonna be a difficult fight for Black. This Tiger's Mouth. So I don't feel like I should make him too strong on the upper sides. So I'm going to exchange a move and then come back to the left side. I feel like Black's shape isn't fully alive yet, so I think the pincer would still make him rather uncomfortable. So I'm going to come back to this side and see what he responds, and then eventually go back to the extend. So now, how should I extend the stone back? Maybe I should have did something else other than this really close extension. Can I extend this back? That's probably an overplay. Actually, I have no idea what to do. We'll just make a jump then. Very normal move. Very calm. I think this is definitely good for white. Letting white capture the corner, it's such a huge territory profit that, yeah, I don't think this is acceptable for black. Okay, I'm gonna defend the corner actually, so that if he tries to invade, then I can just Kasumi and escape. Then I'm just gonna Tuniku one more. The corner is just too tempting. I can't leave that out for any longer. I don't really need to rush to get this Atari, because he can't really exchange this at any time due to this weakness over here. If I push, he doesn't really have any good responses. So, pretty sure that's a mistake as well. Oh, I made a mistake. I should have Atari'd first. I should have Atari'd early, because I didn't realize that it wouldn't be Sente anymore. Okay, he still responded. Because he does have a potential to cut and just ignore. And then I would have to try to attach or something to get it back. But now, this is actually pretty bad for black, since I can actually play the tiger's mouth and just get the outside. He can't cut, so he has to connect back. So, this is still really, really good for white. White has an eye, and it's on the outside, so it's difficult for black to do any of the fighting. But if he invades here, I'm obviously not gonna just let him capture the stone. I'm obviously gonna... Oh, this is actually a good move. Attaching directly, I can't Hane, because then he can push out. So I actually have to pull back or play this move. So he's trying to get better shape, but I'm not going to let him do it. So this is actually another move that... So since his extension move is Sente, this is really the vital point for black's local shape on this side. I mean, yeah, fine, that's all yours. You have to protect the cut anyway, so might as well do it soon. Yeah, because I don't think he actually benefited from any of these exchanges. After I get this extension, I can pretty much safely pull this stone back. So this is probably not the best way for black to attack right now. Because I can just jump out, and as long as I can settle all of the groups. So one main issue for black is that none of his shapes are strong. So he has this group here that's really isolated, and he also has this group here that's not alive. So the corner it's not perfect, but it's fine for a while. He might have a little bit of Aji here later, but that's probably much later. So he's in pretty big trouble right now. Okay, he's gonna keep jumping. I really feel like cutting here. Yeah, it's such a big territory, and it also threatens black as well. So it's gonna force him to make a jump or something. And then if I extend this back, I'm not sure how he's gonna respond yet. So first I'm gonna push out. So his group is actually really weak as well. And after cutting, this group is one step away from being alive. Oh, maybe he can cut here, actually. Maybe he can Hane here, sorry. And Yeah, it might be a little too early. Yeah, I kind of like this result. I'm not worried at all. And we're just going to keep running out, because I'm taking all the territory here, and he's got nothing. So, yeah, he's the one that should be worried. So after I got this cut, and also got the 2-space extension to prevent him from doing any shenanigans in this corner. So, yeah. And he's got this group, and he's got this group. None of them are alive at the moment. So my goal is just to make sure that, well, my group remains good. So I'm not going to give away anything. So as long as I make sure I keep all of my stuff, then he's not going to gain anything at all. It's kind of what I expected. So it's going to extend and then play the tiger smell. Again, so to kill this group, he has to connect here. So he's still a little bit off from doing that. So yeah, so if he connects, I'm gonna just play the tiger's mouth here. Actually, this game is actually going a lot faster than I thought. I'm kind of just thinking about the moves slightly beforehand and trying to guess what my opponent will do. Yep, so just gonna secure the corner then. And just responding to whatever he plays. So yeah, anyway, yeah. So even if he gets everything else that's left on the board, he's not gonna have enough. So this is the power of territory advantage. It'd be really ironic if one of my groups died, but I'm pretty confident that's not gonna happen. That would really suck. I mean, imagine if I was talking to you guys all about Wyatt Silva's territory, Wyatt's gonna win, and Black doesn't know what he's doing, and then all of a sudden one of my groups die. Oh god. I hope I don't jinx myself, but yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to sell these two groups. So yeah, anyway, he has to connect, so all I have to do is jump or something to secure the other side of the eye, and I should be okay. So, oh, what am I doing? He can actually just extend that way. Maybe I was... Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, so after he extends, I'm gonna have to try to make some eyes eventually. Maybe I was being a little too optimistic here. Okay, now I definitely have to connect this back. I think that's definitely an overplay. Because look at this middle group, it's all cut off, right? And if he pushes through, I can actually block in Sente. So yeah, he's pretty screwed right now. After I connect back, this middle group has got to do something, and I can just push through here to capture the left side. So he's pretty much done at this point. And notice that there's actually no cut in the middle here, because if he connects, I can push. So if he pushes here, I can connect in Sente as well. So there's nothing really there. It's just so clear that this is the center is dead. Yeah, so that's pretty much game over. So this is a pretty, I guess my opponent is a little weak on the fighting side, which resulted in all the groups not having good shape, and then after that, the groups just kind of died off by themselves. So yeah, India doesn't really have enough liberties. So if he connects, that's the maximum, right? So we can count, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, if I descend here, any Ataris I can connect, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So at least one more. Not to mention that when I descend, he has to connect back. So I can do really what. So okay, so if I play the Kosumi, he has to connect, and I can just connect. So it's really, yeah. I mean, there's no variations left. Yep. So, this is actually something I tell my students not to do. So don't ever sit there and wait for your opponent to resign. So since this is an online game, I'm allowed to do that. But this actually happened quite a lot. Is when you're really, really far ahead of your opponent, and for example, if you capture like a big group, your opponent, it's really, really easy to let down your guard, and when that happens, it's really easy to make a mistake somewhere. So I feel like in this game it was probably in the opening. I'm not sure why black cut on this side. It's really not necessary. So I think if black just extends, then I probably, yeah, I'm not sure what to do yet. If I connect, then he's probably just gonna either extend up or, yeah, probably extend up. And if he gets his Hane, my shape is still a little weird. And for example, if I pincer, maybe this is a game. I'm not sure. Or maybe he can actually just extend directly. I was planning to get Sente here and then get the last corner. That was my hope. But what my opponent did was a huge loss. After losing the corner, black didn't gain anything. Because this side isn't very strong. This has really weird shape. There's a lot of Sente moves on this side. For example, white can play this move, and that would be a forcing move on black over on this side. So this is definitely really bad for black. Yeah. And the fight seemed difficult as well, because black had 2 weak groups and white has 2, but white's groups are a lot stronger. Not to mention that white has a lot more territory than black. So this is definitely not a good route for black to go on. And yeah, after this, the center area was pretty much over. I mean, it's not too difficult to make this alive. He should definitely have extended this way. And my attachment is actually a mistake, because I actually can't really cut. If I cut, he can just extend here. This is a lot different from what happened in the game, because then black can just capture the left side. So yeah, my attachment actually didn't work. So yeah. And then I would probably just keep trying to make my group stronger and get some eyes, or maybe just play the knight's move, make this group alive, and then just only have one group to worry about. So yeah, I was saying, if black just gets all the territory on the side, it's not going to be enough anyway. So yeah, this is pretty much game over at this point. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you next week for the next casual game.